Hi, I'm Dr. Catherine Hart. I'm a clinical psychologist and intensively trained dialectical behaviour therapist. I've been facilitating dialectical behaviour therapy skills groups and training now for about 10 years, both in the UK and Australia. And it's a model that I'm really passionate about. It's got a lot of evidence base behind it showing that it's really effective for a number of disorders and issues. And anecdotally, I found it to be really effective in helping people to build their lives worth living and help themselves to create the life that they want and to feel more skillful in navigating through their lives. Now, when we're talking about distress tolerance, a lot of therapies traditionally didn't really pay a lot of attention to tolerating distress. They more so focused on trying to change the distressing events or circumstances. Whereas DBT, more wholly, does focus a little bit more on the benefits of learning to bear pain skillfully. So the ability to tolerate and accept distress is important for a couple of reasons. The first is that, well, ultimately pain and distress are inevitable parts of our lives that can't entirely be avoided or removed. And actually the inability to accept that fact often leads us to have more suffering and pain in our lives anyway. The second is that distress tolerance, at least in the short term, it's part of any attempt that we make to try and change ourselves. Otherwise, those efforts to escape our pain and distress, so when we might do destructive things instead, often interferes with our efforts to make changes. So distress tolerance skills are a natural progression from mindfulness skills. So if you haven't already had a chance to learn some mindfulness skills, practice mindfulness, I would suggest you go back and have a look at our 5-week mindfulness course too. That's a really good foundation for all the other strategies that you'll be learning. And throughout this 5-week course, we really focus on two main sets of skills. We focus on crisis survival skills, tolerating the crisis, getting through it without making things worse, without doing something destructive, without damaging your relationships, that kind of thing. And the second set of skills are around reality acceptance. So how do you understand and accept reality as it is without trying to make these changes, which again can add to more distress. So there are the two broad clumps of skills that we learn, and there are lots of strategies throughout this module. So it gets taught over a 5-week period. Each week you'll be given a lecture to listen to, and you'll be given handouts that the lecture follows. So there for you to keep your notes on, and that will help to guide you through the content that's covered in the lectures. You'll also be given worksheets which are for your homework. They're places where you can record how you've been getting on with your with practicing the strategies. And you'll also get additional resources which might be videos, there might be exercises for you to try, handouts, things for you to read through, again to supplement your learning and cement the skills so that you're practicing them regularly and that they're sinking in and sticking with you. So over the 5 weeks you will learn a whole load of strategies, like I said, both for coping in crisis moments and also accepting reality as it is. It's jam-packed, there's a lot of information, but you have access to the material for up to 2 years so that you can keep coming back and refreshing your skills and knowledge if you need to. And so you've got access to that for a little while so that you can keep coming back to it. So I hope that that sounds like something you'd find useful, and if you do take us up on this offer of the Distress Tolerance 5-week package, I'd love to hear how you go with practicing the strategies and any feedback you have for us on the content. So I hope you take us up on it, and I hope you find it helpful, and good luck on your journey.